Hello there and welcome. This is Kat, the Course Builder. Today we are going to be looking at a free software called Audacity. All right, and it's spelled just the way it sounds, Audacity, A-U-D-A-C-I-T-Y. This is a free software that I have been using for years in order to record my courses, and I love it because it's very reliable. It's fairly simple to use once you understand some of the settings that are there. So I want to introduce you to Audacity so that you can start using it to build out your courses. This will be one in a series of videos that I will do to introduce you to this great software that I highly recommend. So I'm going to start off by sharing my screen. All right, and I am going to pull up Audacity. So this is what Audacity looks like when it comes up on your screen. But I want you to go to download the software, and you're just going to go to audacity.com, and it is a free download. And once you download it once, you don't have to download it again. That's pretty awesome about Audacity. All right, so once you've downloaded the software and you have opened up a new file on your desktop or your laptop, then you'll see this dashboard. And I want to just kind of go through some of the main features that you will use in Audacity to record your presentations and your courses. And you don't have to use everything, but there are some things that I just want to call your attention to. So first of all, you'll recognize these buttons here because they look like your typical action buttons that you would find on any type recording software. So you have your pause button and your play button and your stop button. Your stop button, I'm sorry, your skip button, skip to start, skip to the end, and of course the red button, which is where you're going to record. All right, so the rest of these buttons I wouldn't really mess with these right now because you really don't need them, okay? But just so that you're aware that you have a couple of different microphones here and all these levels and settings right here you really don't even need. So we're not going to go into a deep dive in Audacity, but I did want to just sort of make you aware of some things that you'll see here so that you're not overwhelmed with it. All right, so let's look here. I want you to look here next to where this little microphone is, and I'm going to just click on this drop down button here, drop down arrow, so that you can see what's there. And the thing that I want you to do is make sure that that the microphone that you are using is actually connected, is the one that's connected, all right, the one that the system is using. So if you happen to be using a USB headphone or microphone set, then you want to make sure that that's the one that you have selected. So in this case, that's not one that I have in. So if you're using your computer audio, then you can just click on your high definition audio or whichever audio system you happen to be using. The main thing to remember is that you want to select the one that you are using for recording. All right, and so here where it says to stereo record, you have the choice of mono recording or in stereo. I definitely recommend that you record in stereo because that's going to give you a much fuller sound. All right, and then this box right here with the drop down arrow is where you can select the headphones that you are using. Remember that you just want to make sure it's connected to the one that you are actually using. If you are using an external headphone set, it will be listed here in the drop down menu. All right, so Just keep that in mind, all right? So this bar right here with the numbers on it, that is your timeline, all right? That's your timeline. So when you actually start recording, it's going to show you how many seconds, and this is in seconds right here, right? So it'll show you how many seconds you are recording, so that if you have a script and you have to stay within a certain time frame, you can easily do that by checking out your timeline. All right, so all of these settings down here, you really don't need to deal with these either. So I'm just going to kind of skip those. The ones that you are going to need for recording and to make sure that your recording sounds good are the ones we just went over. All right, so the last thing I want to go through in this particular video is your menu bar. All right, so in your menu bar, you're going to see file, and this is where you can import and export audio and save your files. Edit is where you can do just that. You can edit, you can cut, you can delete, those sorts of things. This is where you can zoom in and zoom out. That's your view button. Transport just basically shows where you can do some overdubbing, record, skip the start. So it's basically your actions and what you can do there. Your tracks, if you have multiple tracks, this is where you can sync them and align them and those sorts of things. Generate is where you can add some external sounds to your audio, which is pretty cool. And here in effect, I love effect because this is where you can change the sound, you can add echoes, and you can fade in and out. Your leveler is here, and one thing that's really important is your noise reduction. And in one of the upcoming videos, I'm going to show you how to do that so that you can cut out some of that pesky background noise that you often hear on audios, which is really annoying, right? So we're going to learn how to cut out that background noise, all right? Okay, so then here under Analyze, you really don't have to use that much at all unless you're doing some high-level recording. And of course, here is your standard Help button in case you want to take a deeper dive and understand how to use some of the features here on Audacity. All right, so this is your introduction to Audacity. In the upcoming video, I'm going to show you how to actually get into recording. All right, so I will meet you there.